Hey, Jason Spengler, the SanteeSwapper. I've got 40 pounds of scouting memorabilia that I bought from a man who lives in Pennsylvania. I have a little bit of recollection of what he sent me based on emails, but I really didn't realize it was going to be 40 pounds worth. In fact, it weighs so much that even though he packed it in this, I guess that's a coffee maker box, when I got it, there was a split here. It split because it was so heavy. So hopefully nothing leaked out. There might be 20 pounds worth of books in here. I don't know. I can't really say and get you too excited, but I think it'll be a great collection. I hope you'll stick around and watch. All right, so this is what almost 40 pounds worth of scouting memorabilia looks like before it comes out. There are some books in the bottom of this big box, I'm sure, but I also see a giant batch of neckerchiefs, several cigar boxes, which is kind of interesting. A lot of people did store their patches in that. So let's tackle the small box first, which is all part of the same collection. These are just items that didn't actually fit. So I will spare you the paper items, the books, the manuals, and that sort of stuff. Here's some stuff, 69 Jamboree, got a New York jacket patch. Now this is bizarre. I literally just got this exact same jacket patch in the collection that I unboxed last time. What are the chances? Here's a cool Unami Lodge jacket patch I've never seen before. Service Award 1970, never seen that. I have seen this Delmont jacket patch before, and then of course the generic OA jacket patch that we've all seen. Philmont jacket patch, another New York camp patch, and then a World Jamboree jacket patch as well. Lots of belts here, lots of belts. Actually, let me show you the belt buckles, which are kind of cool. I know there is a following for that. So we got some cool belt buckles there. Delmont, so you're kind of seeing the pattern here. This is a collection from Pennsylvania, but I wasn't sure if that's where the guy did his scouting or not. Several leather belts, looking to see if there's any more. Here's a Unami Lodge 1 belt buckle, which that is pretty cool. Check that out and see if there's another one. Here's a Resica Falls, which is another camp in that area of Pennsylvania, and then some of these look to be more of that Western style leather belt that the Boy Scouts had. So that is the small box. Now let's see what's in the big box. As I mentioned, the big box was so big it was splitting on the side. I could just come around here and rip it sideways, but I don't know. I see a cigar box. Maybe I'd better be a little more gentle. Let me pull out the cigar box rather than just ripping this open. And there's another cigar box getting ready to fall out. Let's get that guy. And another cigar box and another cigar. Oh, I like cigar boxes. I'm sure it was his dad who was smoking all these cigars and not this scout. All right, so we got a couple of some books here and uniforms and stuff. Let's just go ahead and rip it. Why not? Get it all out. Uniform stuff. A bunch of neckerchiefs, which I just love neckerchiefs, so that's great. Slide them out. Man, massive, massive stack of neckerchiefs. And, oops, as I often get in collections, just a bag full of all the miscellaneous slides and stuff that don't quite match up with anything, and a second bag of miscellaneous slides that don't match up to anything. I know from the pictures that there's some totem slides in here, Order the Arrow totem slides, that I'm very interested to see. And then the last thing, I'll kind of let you see this, there's a box within a box, and I don't know what this is. Oh no, it is. I should have, oh no. It's coffee mugs. Oh, I have so many coffee mugs, y'all. I have so many coffee mugs. Okay, so just to kind of get through the piles quickly. Uniform pants, we're good. Thanks very much. Gotcha. We'll take a look at these in a second and these in a second. Let me clear off some space by getting rid of the books. So here's the handbook from the late 70s. Nice Order the Arrow 50th anniversary from 1960. This is your 1950s Explorer manual when they still had the Silver Award program, and then old Patrol Leaders Handbook. And this is a 1970s handbook there as well. So we'll get the books out of the way. Let's see what we'll start with first. Got a little stack here. Philmont bull, the black bull, and the white bull. The white bull was meant for ladies to wear on their jacket. Here is a really cool jacket patch for an explorer based in Philadelphia that I've never heard of before. So that'll be neat. I'll have to Google that one and find out more about that explorer canoe base. Never heard of that one. Cigar boxes. I have no idea what's in these cigar boxes other than I can kind of peek in and see their patches. So definitely kind of interested to see what's all in these cigar boxes. So if you give me a second, I'll kind of go through and try to show you stuff. I'm sure there's going to be just a lot of event patches, and then also perhaps some Order of the Arrow patches and things in here as well. So seeing a lot of patches from that Philadelphia Council. Some of these looks like they've been worn and sewn, and so definitely ones that he or members of his family probably earned. And then I do see a few that are from UNAMI, and of course if you're going to talk about UNAMI, you got to have Treasure Island, and if you're going to have Treasure Island, you got to have Delmont. Eventually those two councils merged, so the Delmont and the Treasure Island eventually become the same council. Here's another camp from Pennsylvania that I do see a lot of. Again, Rustica Falls being one of those. So in here I see some camp patches and some odds and ends. I'm looking to see if there's anything too interesting for you guys to throw up on there. Again, some other stuff like a Catholic patch. I've actually had a few of these before, this Philadelphia camper patch from the 60s. And so there were a couple of OA patches. I'll slide up there. I've not seen that one before, Dan Beard. I'm just not familiar with that one, but it does have OA on it. So I'll have to do a little investigating there. So anytime you can get a cigar box from the 1960s, you've had a good day. But I've actually got 4 cigar boxes from the 1960s to go through. All right. Let's take a look at this and see. So this one, it looks like, has some lodge flaps and also some turtles. So you'll know that UNAMI Lodge, its totem is the turtle. And so they often will use the turtle for their lodge patches. And so here's some odd shapes from there. And then we've got some council strips as well. Some of these are sewn and some are not. How many times do I find legend strips in collections? The legend strip, never an official patch made by the BSA, but they've been around forever. And of course, you know that this would be designed to be sewn on the back of an OA sash and sort of tells the legend of the Order of the Arrow as told by Mateu in the, I go through the whole ceremony. So this is really cool now. This might be a home run for me. I love Order of the Arrow patches. That's what I really collect. And so this whole box has got Order of the Arrow patches. It looks like maybe multiples of ones that he was trading. So he has a nice little stack of UNAMI here. These may all be UNAMI just going through here, but that would make sense because a lot of times if you were going to national events, you would take a lot of your own lodge patches and that would be what you would trade. And it's been my impression that there's always been an interest in patches from UNAMI because it's the first lodge. So some other ones here from that area, that's a pretty easy one to get. Also Octororo, pretty easy lodge to get. Another Delmont, which we saw already. I'm trying to see if there's some other ones here. So now I'm getting into some, like here's one from Texas. So you can see some of the ones that he traded for might be more here. So I'll sort of slide these up. Pellissippi, that's from Tennessee. Here's one from New England area. Keep going. Texas. Here's one from New York. Keep going, keep going. So I know some of you guys would like to see these Order of the Arrow flaps. San Diego, California. This is kind of interesting to look at. Before they had plastic sleeves, a lot of times people would wrap their flaps in saran wrap in order to protect them. So as strange as it looks to me today, that's not something I have to have. I've seen that plenty before, getting patches wrapped in saran wrap. So this is a great little box of Order of the Arrow items. I really enjoy sorting those out and playing with those. All right, got another cigar box. Let's see what's in this guy. Little odd, you know, I think he's got a little bit of a rhyme or reason here. These are some, looks like some UNAMI Lodge event patches. And so I have not really ever gotten a UNAMI collection before, so I don't know what the collecting interest is for things like this. But again, being that it's the first lodge, there's always been kind of an interest in UNAMI, and I'm sure that I will be able to find some guys who would like to have that as well. So we'll go through there. There's some rounds here. Again, more UNAMI stuff. So some little small UNAMI rounds. You know, if your lodge has been around for over 100 years, you're going to have a lot of patches issued. So not all of these have a tremendous interest now. They're maybe not that valuable. Sorry, lost some neckerchiefs there. But still really cool. Love getting OA patches in collections. So nice little cigar box there. And maybe I should go to the neckerchiefs since they're starting to fall on me. Pull them over. I lost a couple of it over the man overboard. Okay, so some camp ones here. Camp, an OA Lodge, nice. I really sort of like all these old neckerchiefs because I think they represent that era of scouting very well. You have camp neckerchiefs that people would have worn. Of course, these ones that are still in the plastic are really preferred by collectors. Then you have something like this, which would be a troop neckerchief. And then this one here, 10 Mile River Scout Camps, my buddy Bill Morenin. That's his stomping grounds. Got some just regular issue screen printed ones. Those wouldn't be too exciting for you guys to show. I say every collection has Jamboree, so here's a whole stack from the 1969 Jamboree, 4 of them in fact, 67 World Jamboree. All right, so I'll just kind of do this quickly because I know we've been on this for a while here. Ooh, got to see what's in there. Oh, it's a camp. It's a camp neckerchief, Treasure Island, 64 Jamboree, another camp one, Philadelphia District Explorer. That's kind of cool. Nice. Philmont Scout Ranch. Here is a group going out to the Philmont. Philadelphia Council. Here's a BSA troop neckerchief from Taiwan. 67 World Jamboree. Again, another one of these Philmont ones. Follow the Rugged Road, Philadelphia. Not familiar with that event, although that patch is pretty familiar to me. Camp Portaferry. That looks to be Scouting in Action. Haven't seen that one before. Some more Philadelphia ones. Philadelphia, Philadelphia. Kind of getting a pattern here, aren't we? See if there's anything else that really stands out. Oh, here's a nice New York Order of the Arrow pie sewn on. And then here's, okay, we've got a couple of UNAMI ones here. Here's a UNAMI 50th anniversary one, so that would have been in 1965, if I can do my math correctly. And then that leaves us with this box right here, which we have his Explorer Garrison cap. Some patches here. Just these are position patches, it looks like, garters, bolos. It looks like this is kind of the Jamboree pile. There's some Jamboree patches in here. You can kind of see here between the 64 and the 69 Jamboree, he has a nice stack. So I think he would have had some exposure there. Then you look in and here's the 67 World Jamboree. He's got a stack of 67 World Jamboree patches as well. So, and then this is kind of interesting. Lord knows I get so many of these Shift Scout Reservation, which was in New Jersey, and it was a training center the Boy Scouts had. And they must have sold 1 million of these patches because I've got so many of them. All right, the last thing is to look in these bags here. And I apologize that my close-up camera is not going to work because this is where you really want to see what he's got. So this is not going to be quite as fun, guys, but I will hold them up as well. So I mentioned that there are some totem slides in here, and maybe what I can do is take some pictures and I'll add them into the video individually. There's some totem slides that were basically Order of the Arrow slides. They don't have a lodge number on them, but they were definitely worn. There's probably an article in the ISCA Journal if I could find it. Several here I see have, they're probably from Philadelphia with turtles on them for maybe UNAMI, and there's also one with a deer on it, and then there's a generic one with WWW. There's also camp neckerchief slides, also from that area. Orange Mountain Council, that would have been in New Jersey, another one as well. A couple of little hat pins hiding out in here, and 10 Mile River Scout Camp. So definitely some cool neckerchief slides. And then let's see what's in this one. This one looks to be more of like the plastic slides and the ceramic slides. Okay, oh cool. That's a UNAMI Lodge neckerchief slide right there, a plastic one. Haven't seen that before. Treasure Island Scout Camp. Obviously hand-carved wooden ones are always kind of cool. Needle slides, some things that you guys have probably seen before. Resca Falls Scout Reservation. So really cool stuff here. This is a great collection. I will tell you, I had to pay quite a bit of money to buy this collection. I knew those totem slides were in there, which I thought they were kind of unique, and I knew there's a lot of stuff here, but I'm very happy with this collection. I'm sure that it'll take me a while to kind of get all this organized. I'm really pretty slow when it comes to three-dimensional items, kind of getting them photographed and kind of re-homed, but I will work on that. There's some beautiful stuff here. So Jason Spangler, the SanteeSwapper, thank you for watching this unboxing video. If you like what you saw here, check out my website, scoutpatchcollectors.com. There you can find out more about me, find out about my email newsletter, my podcast, and of course find other videos that I've done. Thanks very much.